My name is Dave Quinn. I'm one of the three masters here at the Jameson Irish Whiskey Distillery in Midleton, in Cork, in Ireland. And we're here today to talk a little bit about Jameson Irish Whiskey. We're going to do a tasting, and I'm going to bring you through the great taste of Jameson and tell you a little bit, give you an insight into the great tastes and flavours and characteristics that make Jameson so famous. So what we're going to do is do a tasting together. Jameson is world famous for its taste. Why is that? Why is it so famous for its taste? Well, first up, Jameson is triple distilled. And what does that triple distillation do to the whiskey? Well, really it moves the flavour spectrum more up into the fragrant, fruity, floral, spicy characteristics. So if you have a little sniff, and you'll see on the nose that nice fragrancy, fruity, and that spicy undertone. And that's coming from the triple distillation. Another great feature that Jameson is famous for is its exceptional smoothness. And that's another characteristic coming from the triple distillation. So if we take a little taste, you'll find on the palate, slips down very easily. No bite or burn, and lots of fruit and lots of full flavoured on the palate. And you'll also find that, it's got that rich texture, sort of a creaminess, and that comes from the fact that at the heart of Jameson is traditional Irish pot still whiskey. And traditional Irish pot still whiskey is made from a combination of malted barley and unmalted barley. And it's that barley that gives that rich texture, that rich mouthfeel on the palate. How does Jameson compare to other styles of world whiskey? And I have here two representatives. One is a well-known Scotch blend. And if you have a little look at a Scotch, you'll typically find that it has a peaty, smoky character. And that's because the malt used to make this whiskey has been dried over open peat fire. And that's what gives it the smoky character. And if you have a look back at your Jameson, you'll find that there's an absence of that. And that's because we dry our malt with hot air in a closed kiln. So there is no smoky or peaty character. Also, Scotch whiskey typically tends to be double distilled. And that gives a whiskey that tends to be a bit more robust in character. Again, if you look back at your Jameson, you'll find that it's a bit more fragrant, fruity and floral in character. The other major world style of whiskey is bourbon or American whiskey. Here, the whiskey is made from typically corn and distilled typically once to give a whiskey that has quite a full character, quite sweet on the nose, with a vanilla top note that coming from the fact that it's matured in new American oak. So that's how you have three different world styles of whiskey, each with their own characteristics, each with their own attributes. With Jameson, I'm often asked, what's the best way to drink it? Well, the best way is your own way, whatever way you prefer. Because some people like to drink it neat, on its own, so that they can appreciate the full flavours and the complex flavours present in the whiskey. Other people like to add a little dash of water, not too much, just a dash, which helps release some of the sort of hidden flavours that are present in the body of the whiskey. Other people like to add some ice. Or, because of its great balance, and all the flavours in Jameson are perfectly balanced, it makes it a very versatile whiskey. So great mixability. You can use ginger ale, works great, cranberry juice, cola, they all work. Even in a range of cocktails. Fantastic for cocktails, again, because of the balance of flavour present. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was informative. And all that remains for me to say is, Sláinte.